Ask Wendy Wednesday. Thanks for answering the Facebook questions that came in for you today, Wendy.
Sure.
And your fans this week wanted to know about negotiations. And this is often where someone's real estate agent really earns their dues by saving the buyer or seller money when it comes to negotiating strongly in their favor. So the first question I have for you is, what type of negotiator would you say you are? Such as like a persistent one, a tough one, a take it or leave it one, or a combo of each?
You know, I probably would say that I'm a combination of each. I think my negotiating skills are different on the buy. I'm on the buy side versus if I'm on the sell side. So, but I always strive for a win-win situation between all parties, regardless of who I'm representing at the time.
That's great. And then what training and background experience have you had in negotiations?
You know, here at Keller Williams, they do give us a ton of training. That's one of the reasons that I love the company. So I have been in some negotiation classes here. And then also, it's funny because when I was talking to my family about my negotiating skills, my mother said that she of course believes I was a great negotiator because that's why I never got in trouble as a kid because I was so logical. I got out of everything. So she said I was just born with it.
You're born with it or you're not.
That's right.
That's great. And then what are your main focuses in real estate negotiations? And what are the best strategies that you use to make each deal a win-win every time?
Yeah, so I think the key is finding out, you know, some people are really focused on the money, and then there's some people that are really focused on, hey, let's make this an easy transaction, and for example, want all the repairs done for them. So I think it depends on what the client wants as far as how I lead the negotiations. And I find that out on the front end before I go to bat for my client. Does that make sense?
Yes. So really focusing on what each person wants helps make it a win-win for everyone.
Right, absolutely. And then trying to get the opposite side to agree to, you know, whatever it is that we want, whatever is best for my client.
Perfect. And then can you tell us an example of a past client who was very happy with your negotiating skills?
Yes, actually I had a closing on yesterday, and we sold it before it listed. And I was on the sell side, and my client really wanted to list the house for more initially, and I went through all the pros and cons of doing that and felt like that we could get into a multiple offer situation if we went just under market value. And so when we agreed to show the buyer before it actually hit the MLS, and then we got a contract for full asking price. And so I went back into my negotiations and ended up getting $6,000 more than we initially were going to get. And so my client was extremely happy. They didn't have to go through 2 weeks of showing the property. We got under contract immediately, and that one's scheduled. That one closed yesterday. So
that's awesome.
They were very happy with it.
Yeah, you saved them more than just money. You saved them a headache of having to list and have it on the market and everyone in town coming to see it.
Absolutely. They think I'm the best thing since sliced bread.
You are, Wendy. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to tell us more about real estate negotiations this week. And Facebook fans can submit their questions below in the comments if you have a question about real estate for Wendy, and she'll ask or answer it on the next installment of Ask Wendy Wednesdays. So just email or Facebook or private message us those, and we'll have her answer them, and hopefully next week we'll have our video up. But thank you for doing the recording this week. So
awesome. Thank you
all
so
right.
much, Sarah.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.